since there's no audio on the video, I will try to make some commentaries on it. Like, I'm watching it right now, and I will be most likely trying to just talk on it and my thoughts after the race. So, about my quali lap, it wasn't the best lap I've done so far. It was in 48.1s, 48.2s in practice lobbies, respecting the limits of the FIA. And yeah, it's not the best time I've done, and I don't have any clue. And I know I messed up a bit the second chicane, but being half a second slower than my actual times I've done, and it was not like once, it was very consistently. I have no clue. So I start 7th, which is not a good position so far. I was aiming for a top 4 at most. And so Lightning did a 48.2 and Derek made a 48.3, so I was about between them, I think. So I don't know what happened during my lap, and I missed the last one, but you will see, it won't matter that much. And what should have happened at Monza did happen, sadly. As you can see, I'm stuck on the red barrier, starting 7th, and I dropped to 23rd, now 20 seconds, because Snake was in the sun. And what happened? Because we can't see on the mirror or whatever on the video. And what happened is that Manson, from 17th, he was starting 21st. And from the 17th position, because the Citroën got a very good start, he braked at the 150 marker, but he forgot that he had more speed than the practice lobbies, and also with the draft of the 10-20 cars in front, he had like way less downforce, so way less opportunities to brake. So he did hit Rick, which just made a bowling completely. So it's just a tiny mistake, it's not that much. I mean, you can miss your brake, but it has so much consequences, and I think I was the worst on that part, because I was stuck on the red barrier, so I had to make almost a donut to get rid of it and go away. So it burns my fuel and it burns my rear tires. And for the first stint, I could feel that my rear tires were already kinda dead, because when you burn them, it's like really burning them. So even if the tire wear isn't that much, you will feel more the rear end being more slippery. So I had to deal with that, and I was really, really, really pissed. You can't hear it because I forgot to change the parameters, so it's just my bad. But I was really pissed at for the whole race because I had the pace. I knew I had the pace to do a very good race because my practice times were basically the one who won the Asia Top 24. And you will see now that there is a bit of a block here, and like kind of dominoes. In front, someone just bumped, so after it bumps, and since I was the last in the chain, I just lost all my momentum, and I thought could pass me because I was ghosted. But I think every car should have been ghosted here. So it's 2 times in 2 laps I've just screwed in the first corner, the first chicane, and yeah, just I had the opportunity really to make a podium here. And I won't lie to you, I don't think you don't even need to watch further now. I won't be in the top 3. I can't go from 20 to 3rd. It's not possible in the top 24 race. So yeah, I was really, really, really pissed, and well, I don't know what else to add really. So I will try to overtake people. I'm so pissed I have nothing to lose, like really nothing to lose. You can see Aether in front of me with a Honda. He's trying to save fuel, but he's very slow in the straight. Even with the drafts of Matu and I can't read the name, sorry. I could overtake him. So that means a lot of how slow he was in the straights and what advantage I had for the race here, for which is maybe one of the few tracks which can suit the Jaguar. It did suit it well for Tokyo, like really, really well. But here it had the pace really to the top 3, and you don't see that, but I watched the replay of it, and it was a 3-wide between Sky Pikmin, Key25 and I. Sky Pikmin was the most on the inside, Key in the middle, and I was on the outside because I couldn't go to the inside. I wanted to, but I couldn't. So you can see Sky Pikmin is actually 3rd. I believe Key25, sorry, was in 12th position, and I dropped to 23rd and now 17th. So it just shows how much I've lost compared to the others, and even Lighting had issues for the first corner and just went through the barriers, like just avoiding them, and I didn't have that chance, sadly. So yeah, I will let you enjoy a bit like my race, but it's even kind of painful to watch it and try to make commentaries and like one take it. I just make one take commentaries, like it goes and I cut if I don't have anything to say more. But yeah, I will let you just watch, and maybe I will come back later. So here we are at the pit window. Everyone pits at the 7th lap. It's the best strategy, at least the most balanced. And I had 22% of fuel, which is, well, 21, 22, depends on where you look at. But it was really, really good, because after burning my fuel and trying to come back in the field, I shouldn't have that much fuel. I guess, I don't know how I did that, but it was really nice to see that I had that much fuel. And see, just a mess! There is cars in cars in cars, like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay, it's time to take an opportunity. So overtake Matu, overtake Slent, I guess. I overtake even Hugo. It was a bit rough. I did push him a bit because I wanted to have the space I needed. I'll take a, well, SR down. It says RFP because it's in French, but it's SR down. But whatever, I wanted to make the move, and now I want to block, because I know the GTR is way better on the acceleration, but I don't want him to pass. I don't care anymore, because my race is screwed. I won't gain as much points as I should in terms of pace, of raw pace. So I was aiming for 3K5. Okay, I don't even know how many points in the lobby was. I'm pretty sure it was 4K, pretty much like the Nations Cup. But yeah, after the Nations Cup, where I finished second, and now I'm still struggling when I had everything to make a podium. It's really frustrating, and it affects even the driving style, because you want to drive even more aggressive, but you go slower by doing that. So you have to control yourself, kinda, and that's really, really hard. And I don't know if I did well, to be honest. Sometimes it's very hard, even on that track, because that's the second time in the top 24 that I'm screwed on that track, after the test season 12 with the Group 4, which was pretty much just an Aston Martin Vantage Cup, because it was the most OP car here at sometimes. But yeah, I'm really happy with the move I've made on the 3 guys. Now we just try to overtake Sky Pygmy. But I know it won't be an issue, because yeah, Sky Pygmy is very nice, he's really thankful, and yeah, he drives me with his head, which is really appreciable. So just let me pass and let's go. And here goes Key25 in front, which was, I believe, 12th after the incidents of turn 1. So making and coming back on him just proves the raw pace, raw pace I had here, and it makes it even more frustrating, because as you may not know, Jaguar only have like 2 representatives. In Asia there's no one, I think it's maybe the second to last manufacturer, and in America there's Outlaw, who's doing really decently. I think he's like top 12 of the manufacturer. And before this race I was top 7 of manufacturer, I was in the top 10, and I've dropped to top 12, so that's so, even 11 or 12, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's 11, but that's so many points lost for Jaguar, points we need, because we are 2 making the work of 3, so making all of that in count for this race, which was maybe the best opportunity to Jaguar to have a good results in terms of points, because of the top 24 got 20% more and 4 more cars. That's really, really, really frustrating, and I'm doing this commentary like 3 hours after the race, so I'm calmer than I was, but I can still feel the frustration coming, because yeah, that's just a good result thrown away for just one tiny mistake from a frame, because that's the most funny part of it. It's that I trained with Munson for 2 or 3 days, and it was all fine, and he just made that tiny mistake, which was completely just not intentional. So yeah, that happened, otherwise it would have been a clean start, and I can't wait to see the broadcast of Gran Turismo, just seeing all the cars apart. It's just a big mess, and it will show to everyone that we're just bad drivers, kinda, but we are not bad drivers. I mean, most of the top 24 are maybe a bit more dirty or more aggressive than others, but the top 24 guys are most likely not the cleanest, but at least they know how to drive, and It was just a beginner mistake. It's hard to say that, but it's just beginner mistake. And it's funny because I kinda like Nico Hülkenberg in Formula 1. I don't know why, but it feels like good to me. And it was pretty much like the same mistake, just braking too late and a big peel up. So, well, have to deal with it. I don't think Kyoto Yamagiwa would be good for the next race for the Jaguar. Pretty much all the mid-chip cars or mid-engine cars. The Jaguar will be good in the straight, but we'll lose a ton of time in all those corners and kill the tire. So I guess it will be just a no-go. That means I will have only Interlagos to maybe try to be very good, and I will try very hard to make a decent result. It will be this race or never. And so far I'm assured to be in the regional finals of the Nations Cup because I'm top 3 of France, and the one can catch up. Like it will be race clutch, Aether, race clutch, sorry, Snake and I. So for that part I'm really good, but for Jaguar we are really on the edge. And as I'm talking now, I received a message from Outlaw who's saying that he got an issue with his pedal, his throttle pedal, like it's just fluctuating. So I guess he had the same problem I had with my previous wheel. So when I brake, the throttle just keeps on like going on, going off, going on. So he doesn't feel very good, to be honest. But yeah, 3 laps to go. Will I catch K25? Will Ugo overtake me? You'll see. here we go for the finish. Will I will overtake Key25? Yes, no. With the game of penalty? Maybe not. So I finished 3,000 behind Key25. And I will use the word I used very much during that videos. It was just frustrating. And yeah, this race was just frustrating as fuck, because when you're the only one in your manufacturer to carry on this one, to be the kind of only one to be in top split, because the others are just A or B in terms of driver, so the system makes them not go to the top split. So yeah, that's really frustrating. I think I would just type it in big on the screen, like frustrating. 2k2 points almost, improving my personal mic by 300 points, and dropping from 7th to 11th manufacturer in Europe. So a big loss here for a track where I was supposed to be at least on the podium.